Thank you for watching Grampy's videos.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Minecraft with Grumpy Grampy, Jason E. Johnson 31 on YouTube and Twitter. And we are still building on the creeper grinder. My note to you, all the players out there, don't trust YouTubers sometimes when they're showing you builds, unless they actually show you the build working. I was following, I have actually built this off a couple of I'm making some modifications to it, mainly the kill chamber. But the YouTube video I was watching last night about how to build this, I thought something was wacky. So I started building it, and I'm like, you know, something doesn't seem right with the mechanics of this. They were having me put, and I'm going to go back down. And so I've spent about an hour now, well, half an hour or so, rebuilding this thing, because I had to go through and pull off all of the trapdoors that they told me to put on, because they said, because here's the mechanics of what they have you do to get the creepers to spawn, and here's why they spawn if you've not seen this before. You put the buttons down to keep spiders from spawning, because spiders need two solid blocks to spawn. Well, a button, any type of button, keeps a spider from spawning. You can do that with a button or a half slab. Well, a half slab is going to keep anything from spawning, but in this case, it doesn't keep other... you can get spawn pads, at least here, here, and here. So you got 4 spots to spawn, and then you put the trap doors right here, because a creeper only needs 1.5 or 1 3/4 of a space to spawn. They can spawn underneath a trap door. A skeleton and zombie will not. They need that extra airspace to spawn. So this is set up to spawn creepers, because creepers are just a little bit shorter than zombies and skeletons. But the video I was watching said to put the trap doors above the buttons. And I got about 3 layers done, and I put all these trap doors on, and I was like, you know, and they didn't show you to put them on all the button spaces. They were saying just put them on right here, right here, right here, right here, and go across. And I'm like, something don't seem right. I'm gonna get a lot of skeletons. And so as I started building up, I was like, something ain't right here. So I was like, you know what? And I went and checked the mechanics again of this, and sure enough, it's got to be on the air spaces, because the buttons are going to keep everything else from spawning, including the spiders. The other gaps here are going to be any blank space, or any blank spot here needs to be have a trap door over it. And their video did not have that. And they just put it up, and they're one of the larger YouTubers on Minecraft stuff. And I don't know how they got away with it. I did look at I did go down through the video and look at some of the comments, and sure enough, some of the comments of people were saying, hey, you know, you're wrong on this. So they haven't pulled the video yet. I'm hoping they do a correction or something, because I hope other people don't follow that video, because they're going to spend a lot of time building that whole thing, and then if you get this thing built before you realize it's a mistake, you're going to have a bad day. And so I wanted to do a video on this and just tell you to be careful when you're watching YouTube videos. Check them out yourself. Go. I mean, there's nothing wrong with going into a creative world. See, that one is wrong there. See, these are wrong. I just did these wrong. It's hard now because I've built this after the fact. So I didn't see. I had all these trapdoors closed. And then I put all the these trapdoors down. And when I did that, okay, there we go. Now I'm on the right track. There we go. And then that one is above that air gap. Okay. And then I got to get in the right spot here so I don't fall off. I got to stand back right about here for that, so I don't fall off. But make sure you're checking it out yourself. There's nothing wrong with taking the same seed code and going into your world in creative. There's nothing cheaty about it. That's not cheating. That's just testing your world and testing things out. And there's nothing wrong with making sure things work before you start. Just do that. It'll save yourself some sanity. It'll save yourself a lot of time. frustration, and just don't always trust what YouTubers just because they've got a lot of views on their YouTube videos. And the crazy thing is, there were comments on the video of, oh, hey, thank you, you're so awesome, thank you for this build. And it's like, did you people, you know, did you even do the build? Did you even look at the video they put in, or are you just fanboying? I mean, are you just going on and going, oh, hey, thanks for this, this is really great? I mean, it's just, I don't understand sometimes. I mean, you know, look at the content first. I mean, that's kind of fakey that somebody would do that. I guess, you know, trying to be nice and stuff. And I mean, I make comments on YouTube videos. Stop. Okay. But it's after I've watched the content, or I know the person as far as their content, and you just don't go on and, hey, I'm their biggest fan. Well, how can you be their biggest fan if you don't even watch the content? And how do you, if you actually knew about Minecraft? I mean, I was watching them, and because that's how I was like, something in the back of my mind, but I was really tired. I was working, and that's the part 1 video that I did of this. I was really tired. I was had been up all day, been doing a lot of doing a lot of stuff. Been working, had done a bunch of emails, graded a bunch of assignments. And so I wanted to get the video in, wanted to start this build, and I was thinking more about height build and making sure that I had everything technically accurate, that I wasn't even looking at the mechanics of the build. That, you know, that to spawn right here, a skeleton could spawn there because there was gap space, and that YouTuber was saying to put the trapdoors over the buttons. And then I was looking at it, I was like, that just don't make sense. Because then, you know, one, I had way more trapdoors left over than I did before. And it just, I'll need to make sure to remember to take that light source off. I did that one time when I built a mob grinder tower, and I forgot to remove the torches out of the inside, and I was down at the bottom going, this thing ain't working. There's just nothing happening. And then I tore back into it. I broke into it and looked at it, and I had left torches everywhere. And that was even before the light level 0 thing, which this is gonna have to change too, because most of the builds you see on YouTube, just as a note, if you're building something like this for a creeper farm, you want to make sure that your light sources, because with the new 0 build, or 0 light effect for mobs, they've got to be in 0 light, and most of the builds that I saw out there, they were only building out a certain distance. So you want to make sure that you do something more for a light source. Leaves above it aren't necessarily going to work, because I don't know how translucent leaves are. I don't know how much light's going to get through leaves. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find some color for glass, and I'm going to do a, I'm going to enclose mine in glass. I'm going to come up on the outside edge here, and I'm going to come up with just I'm going to make a big glass block on mine. I just need to find out what colored, oh, that's wrong. And I'm going to go through a quality control check on this after I'm done, just to make sure I didn't miss any spots. It's okay if I did have a spot that was, if you wanted to do this and turn this, you could turn this into a mob, 3 times. You could turn this into a mob grinder. It would work. The buttons and the buttons would definitely work to keep spiders out. And just don't put the trapdoors right here. So you could build it for a lot cheaper without all the trapdoors. And then you could have just a grinder farm. And then you just have everything drop down, or you could then kill it as it dropped down and just make a kill door. I've made a kill door on my... Really? I've made a kill spot on mine if it was lower down, which I could modify this. I'm building this to make modifications to it in the future. I'll show you that here in just a second. Let me get these put down on this level. I've got one more level to do after that, and then I think I've got enough for this one here, and then I'm gonna have to go get more trapdoors. There we go. But I'll show you here real quick. So these are all closed. Those are all fine. These are still open. This is where I've gotten to here. But I'm kind of doing this to... let me go get that other torch out of the way before I forget it. Where did it go? There it is. Okay. That's not the one, though. I had another one down here somewhere. Okay, I had another one down here somewhere. I was pretty sure I had another one. I'll have to wait till nighttime to double check it. I'll do a final quality control check before I box this all in, and then I'll do a nighttime check on it. All right, let me pick up that box there. I'm gonna leave that there for now. So what I can do, or what I'm doing with mine, and I've got to go down and get I've got to go down and get the rest of the boxes and bring them up, but I wanted to clear out some of my space first. So there we go. We're gonna go down the quick way. Part stopping. Where are I don't know. I'm gonna bring all these up here with me though. So what I'm doing is they're falling more than 22. So when they fall from the water, and I'll remove the ladders here in a bit, but they're falling way more than 22. So they are going to, they're going to die immediately. But what I've done is I put this chest here so I can't get too close. I could get here, but then they can see me, and that's not good. So I'll put a half slab here and a half slab here. I think I've got half slabs in there somewhere in my storage because I made them for, or stairs. I'll do stairs or I'll probably put half slabs there. But if you stand right here, you can whack them. But on bedrock, you don't have sweeping edge. So when you have a huge amount of mobs, it takes so much longer to kill. With zombies and creepers, I can throw a potion of healing and kill a big bunch at the same time, and that works great. Creepers, not so much. So that's why I just did the pure fall damage. And I'm just gonna I'll just camp out here. I'll make an AFK box. I'll actually I think I'll camp here, but I think I may camp above it just to get away from anything in the water. I think what I may do is once I box this in, I'm gonna box this all in with glass up there. I'm gonna box this all in with glass. Oh, I went really high up in the air. I'm gonna box this all in with glass. You can kind of see that as we're going back and forth here. I'm gonna box this all in from like this point right here. And when I box this all in, going up from here, I'll come on the outside edge here and go up with glass so I can cut all the light off. I may still put a roof on it because I'm going to do this tower. I'm going to do a tower then. The tower's going to come up real skinny, and then when it gets to the top here, this will be like the top round part. And then what I want to do is make a spot where you can actually walk around the edge at the top. So at the very top, the very tippy top. Woo, we're going to go up even higher. Whoa, we're at 200. Whoa. At the very top up here, I'll go up high enough so that you get spawn rates. So you'll get spawn rates up here, but at the same time, you won't set off anything down lower. So, and then you'll have a really nice view up here. So I'll just make a big platform, and I'll make an AFK box at the very top. I'll have glass here to cut off the light. I think I may just go with black. I'm thinking about black because I want my tower to be dark black, but I don't know. I haven't decided what color yet. I may go green. I may have to go make a bunch of cactus real quick, and I may have to do a quick cactus farm to get some green coloring. I don't know yet. We'll figure that out. But that's the plan so far. So this one's going to be part 2. Whew, it's a massive build. This one's taking definitely a lot of time. And when you mess up, and some YouTuber shows you wrong, and they say to put trapdoors above the buttons there, that's not good. Not good at all. You gotta make sure that when you're following YouTubers, make sure that the build works. Check it out for yourself. Just because somebody has a YouTube channel doesn't mean they're an expert. And I'm pointing at me because there's lots of things. Not everybody is. I mean, you see these big time YouTubers. Don't fanboy on them so hard that you think they're perfect, that you think they're the greatest ever, because they're humans. Everybody's a human. Everybody has value. Everybody has a voice. And, just double check people. Make sure That's part of the reason I'm wanting to do this Minecraft series video and also teach my grandkids, because I love Minecraft because it's about problem solving. And if you saw my earlier video on problem solving, that's what this is really all about. It's about trying to figure out what's the best way to go about doing something. How do you go about seeing a problem and solving it? What's going on? How do I get from this point to the next point, and what tools do I need to get there? What information do I need? How do I move this point to this point in the most efficient way possible? Sometimes it's not even efficient. Sometimes you just want to do it for the fun of it, and you want to do it massive. And that's the really cool part about this build, by the way. I could do 4 more chambers, and I could make this like really massive, and then I could just have 4 drops. I mean, you could really expand this and make this large, and then then I could just stand in a spot like right here in the corner at the top, and then have 4 big towers. If you've ever seen my Clevercraft, not my Clevercraft, my home world, and if anybody's wanting to see that, just leave a comment below, and I'll show you a quick view of the my mob tower that I built, and this was before Elytra Wings. I built it before Elytra Wings, and I built it before we had these handy-dandy little guys here. See all this scaffolding that you get to build here? I built it before that, and I'm not saying I'm old school. Walked uphill both ways in the snow to school. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it was difficult to build something like that without scaffolding, without Elytra Wings, because I had to do everything with ladders, and I poured water on the ground all around because I kept falling off. But I built 4 big, huge, massive mob towers, and they gave me all the rotten flesh, bones, arrows, gunpowder, everything that I needed from the 4 main mobs. And witches. I would occasionally get witches in there, so I was getting witches dropping in. Not very often, but witches would start spawning once witches were added in. Witches were not in the game when I first built the mob towers. And it was just really amazing stuff. So, hope you're enjoying this part of the gunpowder. And I'm not calling it gunpowder. I got to be careful. I'm calling it Creeper Farm, because if you call it the Gunpowder Farm, and if I title it that, I'm afraid YouTube might demonetize me if I use the name Gunpowder, because I don't want to have anything to do with guns, because this is not guns, even though it's considered gunpowder. It's not necessarily gunpowder, it's just powder, explosive powder, I guess is what we'll call it Creeper Powder. It's Creeper Poop. We'll call it Creeper Poop. In this world, I like it. We're going to call it Creeper Poop, because it looks like a little pile of poop. A little drop of poop. So it's creeper poop. It's what creepers leave behind after they die. They poop and then they die. Poop, creeper poop. We're just calling it creeper poop. And then we take it and make rockets out of it. So it's explosive. Because they blow up, right? So their poop is explosive. I like that better. So we're going to call it creeper poop. The creeper poop tower. That's what I'm going to change the title. Creeper poop. We're just going to call it creeper poop. All right. So have a great day. Remember, be excellent to each other.
Thank you